Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to walk us through the Universities of Wisconsin traditional application. This application is housed at the Universities of Wisconsin admission pathway portal, which can be found at apply.wisconsin.edu. This application is utilized for all different kinds of students, transfer students, international students, adult students, traditional students, online students, any student that is considering University of Wisconsin for their education. I do want to walk you through a little bit of this homepage here. So if we scroll down to the bottom, we will see some FAQs. These FAQs are regarding access into the portal, different types of changes to the application, and different questions, kind of so on and so forth there. I want to walk us through a little bit of this top navigation bar before we get started. Direct Admit Wisconsin is a new initiative that the universities of Wisconsin have, where high schools in Wisconsin have to opt into this program, and students will be directly admitted to universities of Wisconsin. So if you are applying as a direct admit student, you would complete a direct admit form. So we have different tabs here. More information tells us a little bit more about Direct Admit Wisconsin, next steps, and a checklist as well. Accept offer is going to take you to where you'll have to enter your high school email if your school is participating, or you'll be able to link your offers. For the sake of this demonstration, we are only working through the traditional application, so we won't have to worry too much about that. The How to Apply tool, like I said, we have a number of different students that attend UWs or the universities of Wisconsin. So this walks us through different ways on specific students, how they can apply. Then we have a Find Your Term tool. This is a great tool for students that know maybe what campus they want to go to, but they're curious on which term is open when. So we're able to see the different dates around that. Our Find a Program tool is a great tool for students that know I want to study in Wisconsin. I'm just not sure which campus has my program of interest. So you're able to select a career cluster, and then you can search through the different programs offered at the UW campuses that we do have. Now, if you want to get more specific, you can search a specific campus. You can even search a specific way that you like that course offered. This also works for graduate students as well. So we do have the graduate tab here, and you're able to search through those graduate programs. Throughout our website in the traditional application, you will see tons of different contact information for UW Help. That is the office that I'm associated with. We are there for application support and helping students through that transition process. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call, shoot us an email. We also have a chat bot you'll see when we get started on the application, and it'll pop up in the bottom corner. Please utilize that. It's a great starting point. And if the question is a little too hard for the chat bot, it will send it over to us at UW Help. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Students will typically create an account. When you do create an account, we do ask that you utilize a personal email rather than a school email, because when you do graduate high school, you typically lose access to that school email. So you're going to want to enter that personal email, confirm it, legal name, last name, create yourself a password, and then enter your cell phone information if you're choosing to do so. Then we have a question about giving the UW's permission to contact you via cell phone. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Once you do get signed in, you're going to see on the left-hand side this little navigation bar. I do want to walk through this very briefly. So when you'll notice when we're going through the traditional application, there's not a point on the application where you can change your name or phone number or email. This is where you can do all of that. So we have that My account information. That's where you can go in and update some of that information. And then we do have a My Documents portion. This is where any documents that you upload on the application, the traditional application, will be housed. So any transcripts, class schedules, things like that, those will be housed here and sent to all of the UWs that you do apply for. Then we have those kind of tabs that we walked through in the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and start an application. As you can see, there's the direct admit tab here. So for any of my students that their high school is participating, you're just going to link your direct admit record by utilizing your high school email. But again, we're walking through the traditional application today. So we're going to be in the traditional application tab. As you can see, I don't have any in progress or submitted applications, and we're going to start the application. This first question is asking us, we want to make sure that we get the best application for you. Like I said, we have tons of different types of students, so we want to make sure that we're answering this accordingly. I will be taking this application as a senior, so with hopes of attending college the next year for a bachelor's degree. That's how I'm going to take it. So are you applying as a degree seeking student is the next question. Typically, most of our students attend college for an associate's or a bachelor's degree, but there are some high school students that potentially will take a dual credit or a college credit course at a UW campus. And so for those students that are only taking a course, they would say no. But for any other students with hopes of pursuing a degree, like an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, or even an advanced degree, they would select yes on this portion. Then you want to answer this next question accordingly. Have you graduated from high school or secondary school? So like I said, I'm taking this as a senior. So technically I have not graduated. I plan on graduating, but the big key there is that yet. So no, I have not graduated yet. So I'm going to select no. Now it's letting me know, hey, you're a freshman applicant. If that looks all good, we can go ahead and continue. If we need to make changes, we can go back. Looks good to me. We're going to continue through. Next, it's asking us where we would like to apply. So if you see these little drop-down menus, you'll see a list of our 13 UWs here, but there's some drop-down menus which indicate the 2-year campuses at some of our UWs there. So you just want to be sure when you are selecting a campus that you're selecting the appropriate one, whether that's a 2-year branch campus or one of our 4-year universities. I am going to apply for the sake of this demonstration to UW Milwaukee. So I see that I have that selected. We're going to save and continue. It's showing me there you selected UW Milwaukee. Next, please select one major or program that you're interested in studying. So we're going to look through. We do have the option to select undecided. I actually might just do that for this demonstration. So you see there my selected major is undecided. If we want to delete it and add a different one, we're able to do so, but that looks good. I'll save and continue. Next, we're going to indicate when we'd like to start school. So like I said, I am a current senior, so I am going to select to start school the following year, fall 2025, with classes beginning September of 25. That looks good to me. Save and continue. Now it's just letting us know, hey, you're applying as a freshman student to UW Milwaukee for the fall 2025 term, and you've selected undecided as a major. That looks good to me. We're going to go ahead and continue through. Now this brings us into the traditional application. So if you look on the left-hand side, you do see a little bit of a navigation tool. As you can see, these green check marks are indicating we have completed that portion of the application, with the gray X's there showing what needs to be completed. My favorite part about the application is that little progress bar, so we can see we're about 26% of the way through just by answering those questions. If at any time you have to stop, you do have the option to save and return, and that'll just take you right back to your My account. As we can see, we see our application, we see we're 26% of the way through. We're able to jump back in right where we were. And then, of course, contact information, if you do run through any issues there, just you can utilize that as well. So we're going to go through some personal information here. We're just going to go ahead and answer this accordingly with our first name, if our name has ever changed, legal sex, we have the optional gender question, and then we're going to go ahead and select our birthday. Which form of identification can you provide? You do have the option to select no, but just know that some of our UWs may be reaching out with further questions regarding your answer here. You're going to then answer country of citizenship, country of birth, city of birth, and state of birth. This last question here is asking, have either of your parents and or guardians earned a 4-year college university degree? We're asking this to see if you're a first generation college student. For some of those first gen students that don't have a parent that has attended a 4-year college or university, there may be some additional questions that they may have. So we want to make sure that they're getting that support that they need throughout our UW campuses. So we're going to answer that, of course, accordingly, and then we'll save and continue working our way through some more additional information through family background. So this question is asking about military service. Then we have a question about ethnicity and race. It is important to note that ethnicity and race is not used as an admissions decision piece. It is only for federal reporting purposes. So we're going to answer that accordingly. Then that brings us to our financial need-based waiver. This question is asking, do you believe you're eligible for a waived application fee and or additional assistance because of financial need or other circumstances? Providing this information may waive your application fee and or offer you additional assistance on campus. If we answer yes to this question, you'll see a drop down of different options. We just want to make sure that we select the most appropriate option for our instance, and then this will allow that application fee to be waived. It's important to note that there is only application fees for UW-Madison at $70, UW-La Crosse at $25, and UW-Eau Claire at $25. The other 10 UWs do not have an application fee. So we're going to answer that accordingly. Then we'll save and continue. We're working our way through the contact information. We just want to enter this accordingly as well. So we'll enter our address, our state, our city, postal code. Everything looks good. Now we got to validate our address. So it's making sure that that's formatted correctly. Is this above address your mailing address? Sure is. Looks good for me. Now we're going to move on to our parent guardian information. So the next section will ask you information about your parents and our guardians. Here are some key points to know about this section. It is optional. You can skip this section by utilizing that skip parent section button. You only need to enter the number of guardians that you have information for. It may be used for emergency contact information. So if a UW admissions office is having a tough time getting connected with you, they may utilize this information to contact a parent and or guardian. So we're going to add a parent here. So I'm adding my mom. Let me do the phone number. The address is going to be the same. There we go. Address is same as applicant. And then once we have the parent added there, we can see the information for the parent. We do have the option to add an additional parent and or guardian, or we can save and continue. So the next section is about residency. This will ask you questions to determine if you qualify for Wisconsin resident tuition under state law. The information collected in the following sections is only used to determine your tuition rate. So do you believe you may qualify for in-state tuition rate based upon Wisconsin residency? So typically if our students attend a UW or a Wisconsin high school, most of them will select yes for this portion. And then that prompts us with some additional questions that we have. So we do have to answer these for the parent and for the applicant. So we're going to add a parent. We did just add my mother. Remember, we added Linda. So we're going to select her name and then walk through the according questions. So you just want to answer these questions accordingly. Is your mother a U.S. citizen? Has your mother physically resided full-time in Wisconsin? Where's your mother employed? Has your mother filed a Wisconsin resident income tax for the most recent tax year? This is the one part of the application where it may be beneficial for students to have a parent or guardian with them. If everything looks good, we'll save and continue, and then we're going to work through the same questions for the applicant. So do you live in Wisconsin? Where are you employed? Have you filed Wisconsin resident income tax? Most of our seniors in high school have not done that. So again, we just want to answer accordingly. Again, with this next question, was Wisconsin the last place you registered to vote? Maybe some of our seniors were not of age to vote yet, so we may select no for this. Do you have a valid Wisconsin driver's license? Do your parents claim you as a dependent for the most recent tax year? Have you physically resided full-time in Wisconsin for the past 12 months? Looks good. We'll save and continue. We do see that both sections are complete. And then we're moving on to the academic background. So this is where we're going to answer questions about our high school education and if we took any college courses and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and enter our high school here. I'm going to select Logan High School in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Do you currently attend the school? Like I said, I'm a senior for this example, so I'm going to say yes. I started school September of 21, and I plan to graduate in June of 2025. Now, this is the part where we're able to upload an unofficial high school transcript. Although you do not need to upload that in order to submit your application, it is something that all of our admissions offices will need before they make a decision. So I do tell students it may be easier just to upload it here. You can gain access to that transcript by contacting your counselor or working through your student account, whether that's through Skyward, Naviance, Infinite Campus, things like that. Typically have your high school transcript available. We're going to save that information there. We do want to add any high schools that we have attended throughout our high school career. If it looks good, we're able to save and continue. And next, we're working through our courses in progress. So because we have your transcript, we have the courses that you've taken that freshman, sophomore, junior year. However, some transcripts don't include your courses in progress or the courses that you plan to take your senior year. So this is where we ask that you add those courses. You typically can upload a class schedule, or you can manually enter those courses here. I'm just going to show you one course that I'm going to add. And we would do this for all of the courses we plan to take our senior year. That's first semester senior year and second semester senior year. Once we have those courses added, we're able to save and continue. This next portion is asking us about college courses. So it's important for your potential campus to know if you're taking or have previously taken college courses. Please select yes below if you're currently taking college courses while in high school. You took at least one course at the college level while in high school that you could request a transcript for. You're currently a college student. Have you ever taken any college level courses? For this example, I will select yes. It is important to note, do not select yes if you've taken or will be taking advanced placement courses, international baccalaureate courses, so IB or AP courses, or Project Lead the Way courses. We'll save and continue. Now, because I selected yes on that question, asking if I've taken college courses, now the application is asking us, okay, where did you take those college courses? So I'm going to go ahead and add a college. So let's say I took a course at Fond du Lac campus through UW Oshkosh. If I have a course that I'm going to be taking, like I'm notified that I'm taking a Spanish course, but let's say I have an additional course that I am taking through my senior year. We just want to make sure that we have the correct dates. So if I took one my junior year through my senior year, I'm just going to have those dates reflecting that there. Did you or will you earn a degree at this institution? For most of our students during this portion, they're only taking a course at that college. So for this, they would typically say no. So we see that we have that college added. If we have any other colleges, we can add that here. Then we'll go ahead and save and continue. Next, because we indicated, yes, we took college courses and we indicated that we did take what college that course was taken at. Now we want to notify what are those courses. So we have the option to upload the class schedule, or we can manually enter that course. So we're going to enter the information and at which college. Then we can go ahead and save that information. Again, we're going to want to enter every course that we took at that specific college. And if everything looks good, we're able to save and continue. The next question is regarding our test scores. The universities of Wisconsin currently do not require an ACT or SAT score. This applies to undergraduate applicants submitting applications for admission to fall 2025 to summer of 2027. All universities of Wisconsin campuses will review your application and consider you for admission with or without one of these standardized test scores. Do you intend to send an ACT or SAT score to be reviewed with your application? Again, we are test optional, so please feel free to answer this how you choose. And know that when we do multiple applications, we are able to change this option for each application. Then we're working through our holistic background. Applicants to the University of Wisconsin will be given a comprehensive review based upon academics, activities, employment, leadership, and an essay response, if applicable. There are some UWs where admissions essay is not required. A letter of recommendation is not required for admission to a UW campus except for UW-Madison. A single letter from an academic source, such as teacher, school counselor, or faculty member, must be submitted to UW-Madison to receive an admissions decision. So we're going to go ahead and add some of that holistic background. First, we're going to start with activities. So we want to know what you're doing outside of the classroom. So you're going to go through here and select the different activities that you're doing. So let's say we are in a sport. We're going to go ahead and list that sport. You want to list the participation that you've done, what grade levels, and how many hours a week is that. Then if you have any leadership awards or anything like that, you can list that there. A lot of students may say that they want to talk a little bit more about their activities. We encourage you to do that in your essay. We don't have a huge portion on this part of the application where you can list how important that activity was to you, but in your essay, you can really elaborate on that as well. If you intend to participate in a similar activity in college, you can select that there. And then we want to go ahead and add all of the activities that we did throughout that high school career, any volunteer experience, anything that we think is valuable for an admissions office to view when they're going through our holistic review. We'll save and continue. Now we're working through our work experience. Here you can upload a resume if you have one, or you can manually enter any employment. If you have no work experience, it's totally okay to check that box and save and continue. Working through our essay. Each student is unique. Please tell us about the particular life experiences, talents, commitments, and/or interests you will bring to our campus. This is the standard essay prompt for our UWs. UW-Madison and UW-La Crosse do have an additional essay. For this application to UW-Milwaukee, it's important to note down here, this essay is optional. You do not have to complete the essay, but it may be considered if you choose to complete it. So for the sake of this example, I'm not going to include an essay, and I'm going to save. As you can see, we're just about complete with the application. We're able to review our application, so it's important to go through everything here very closely, because once you submit that application, you are not able to edit it. However, if you have additional courses in progress or an activity you left out or a change to your essay, you can contact that admissions office directly, and they can make those updates. So we're working our way through the application fee cost. There's no application fee to UW-Milwaukee, so we're not seeing any cost there. And now we have that option to apply to multiple UWs. So just to see how easy it is, we're going to go ahead and select another campus, save and continue. We just have to select what program we're interested in, save and continue. If we want to do the same term, we'll continue through, letting us know, hey, you're going to apply as a freshman student to Oshkosh for fall 2025 and accounting as the major. And now it fills in all that information for us. All we have to do is that essay. So as we can see, it is an optional essay, so we're able to save and continue. And now we're reviewing all the information, and we'll be able to apply to 2 campuses just like that. We can continue this process if we'd like, or we can go ahead and continue. So it's letting us know you're ready to sign. Everything is accurate. Everything is truthful. Once you submit, you cannot make any changes. If everything looks good there, we're going to go ahead and submit the application. It's letting us know again, hey, you're about to submit to UW-Milwaukee and UW-Oshkosh. After submitting the application, you are no longer to make changes. Are you ready to submit? Yes, I'm ready to submit. Congratulations on submitting your application. Now what we have is next steps. So these next steps are going to tell you things on where to send letters of recommendation, transcripts, maybe how long to wait, just kind of what's next after you apply. So we do encourage you to check those out. We also encourage you to give us some feedback about our application. We always are striving to make it as easy, accessible as possible. And so we do appreciate that. But if you return to your account, you're able to see those submitted applications. So if you're sending anything more to that campus, letters of rec, anything else to be added to your application, it's important that you know your app ID as well. So we can see all of that there. And that is how we successfully apply to a University of Wisconsin campus utilizing the traditional application. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.